Ghost Entertainment, I darkest society neighbors. No joke.
It's going down. Mommy, get my shades. I wanna the Cartiers. Get the Dinos. Cause there's a lot of people who do shades, but not like Dino in Detroit. Not like Dino. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So you love yourself some recap, huh? I'm gonna give you a recap of the party of the year. Yes, indeed. Thank you all. Ricky Padilla, what's up? Swiss Beats, the biggest of zones. Swiss Beats, the biggest. First of all, let's get right to it being the Swiss is on this joint. James Cruz, you never showed up last night. Styles P, your wife, was well taken care of. We gave her all the vegan food she wanted last night, and she was having a ball. And so, party of the fucking year, Swiss Beats. I get a phone call early in the morning. I'm picking up bagels for my wife and my daughter. It is FaceTime with Swiss Beats. The man is telling me, yo, Joe, I want to pull up tonight in this car. It's a $3 million Ferrari, red. Now, you got to understand, it's only one. Two people can't. I don't know how to describe this shit. It's like a fucking UFO. I don't know how to describe this. It's a Ferrari where you sit in the middle just to drop. You never seen this shit. It's impossible that you've seen some shit like this. Swiss Beats, man, you a rich motherfucker, man. I gotta be honest with you, man. And so he says, I agree with him. I say, yo, Swiss, it's too much. If you pull up in New York with that shit, you're gonna fuck up the whole party. And so we'll get back to Swiss. We'll get back to Swiss. So now, Armando, what's up, my brother? Thanks for last night. And so, I was sitting in Miami a month ago with one of my mentors, the one and only Ralph McDaniels from Video Music Box. And Ralph says, we sit and be him and his daughter. I watch her grow up. Ralph put me in the game along with Diamond D. Diamond was in the building, digging in the crates, heavy presence. Forest Projects, the Guards was in the building. Peace, God. They was in the ATL was in the building. Kenny Burns was in the building. Chubby Baby was in the building. Kenny Burke. Keep rising to so let me tell you. Because people throw parties, but nobody throws an extravaganza like Joe Crack. And I be watching. Anybody I invite to my parties that don't shake their ass, they don't come back the next year. They don't come back. Common, I love you, my brother. I know you missed it. You was on the plane. Your crew was in there. Shout out to Chi-Town. That's Common, guys. That's Common on the check-in. I love you, my brother. Thank you for posting me. Thank everybody for showing the love. Common, I know you was on the plane. They was giving me the play-by-play. Okay? And so I got to shout out my sister, who doesn't do this for money, not for Fat Joe, because we really can't afford her. Her name is Kathy Romero. She's out in Hawaii. Her staff was the most professional staff I have ever seen or dealt with in my life. So Ralph McDaniel tells me, Joe, every year you do the biggest party and you step it up. Every year we do it in the Riding Girls yachts. We this, that. You know, he said, man, how you going to do it this year? And so he threw the battery in my back. So I said, you know what? And I'm going to keep it real with you guys. And I mean to not offend anyone. Because these people were so nice to me. I want to talk about Rockefeller Center. It's a rooftop overlooking the St. Patrick's Cathedral. I'm not too sure many black and brown have been on this rooftop. be clear. And it's no shots fired. These people were the best people. I'm telling you now, if you got some coin and you got some money, go spend it at Rockefeller Center rooftop and hire Kathy Romero. Shout out my sister Natina, took care of the guest list. Rich player. So now listen, we go up there. We see it, we preparing. Oh my God, this is beautiful. I was out in LA with my brother, the good brother, DJ Khaled. And he took me to this hotel called the Beverly Hills Hotel. This hotel costs $25,000 a night for a room. And so when you walk in there, it's so fly, it's so sexy, it's so beautiful. I was in there like, banana leaf trees and pink and when you walk in the Beverly Hills Hotel, there's a red carpet, so red. And in the top, they have like an awning that's green and white. So I tell my sister Kathy Romero, we are going to bring the Beverly Hills Hotel to New York City. She said, I love that hotel. I said, listen, sis, I want to bring the Beverly Hills Hotel to New York City. She said, I'm down. So we start doing it. If you notice, like the mixtape, we'll talk about the mixtape in a second. What would Big do 2021? Right? Hot as shit on the streets. So hot they had to shut the shit down. The fucking mixtape was like illegal out there. And if you got your holes on it, if you got your hands on it, love it for a living. Love it. Endure in it. And so we did the Beverly Hills Hotel. Oh my God. Shout out to L. DeBarge, who's texting me right now. Oh, and I like it. DJ Nasty. And so she does the whole, yo, drama. They can't stop us, drama. That Gangsta Grills, Joe Crack. That shit was so fucking legend, man. They shut it down, but we'll talk about that later, drama. It ain't about the mixtape right now. People want to get in there. They seen the pictures. They seen the video. They seen the footage. They want to get in there. And so I'm celebrating this party in New York. And guys, if you don't know, Fat Joe is the Snoop Doggy Dogg of New York. There's Nas's, there's Hove's, there's Biggie's, and there's Fat Joe's. I'm not going to lie to you. The shit speak for itself. You see what the fuck going on. I can't make this shit up. And so, welcome to the biggest show in the game. And you don't know who I know. So, shout out to Dino, Detroit, the glasses. Oh my God. Check this out, because I want to look to y'all eye to eye. On the list, present in the party last night, Julius Randle, the king of New York, of the New York Knicks. Hitmaker, yeah, this chain different. All this is different. All this is different. Pristine Julius, yeah, this different. It's only come out on occasion. You need about 10 security with this. Now, in attendance, before I go into the shit, Julius Randle, I call the king of New York. Dave East, the women's love him. Tamika Mallory, power to the people. My son, Erica Ford, Rachel Noy, LL Cool J, Slick Rick, Kenny Burke, Kenny Burns, Grandmaster Melly Mel. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Opal, the godmother of Harlem. If anybody's out there, Jim Jones, Capo, his wife Chrissy, if anyone out there watches The Godfather of Harlem, well, you know his wife? Oh, that's my girl. And she was in attendance looking ooh la 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 la. And so she was up in there, the mother of Kanan, growing up Kanan. Shout out to Eve Rivera, director to the stars. The whole cast of Growing Up Kanan or Kanan, whatever the shit is, they was in there. The mother came up in there looking cold as ice. The brothers was, I felt like I was in Raising Kanan. I'm not going to lie. And so, of course, Mary J. Blige was in the building. Misa was in the building. Jim Jones, Mano, Steve Rifkin, Busta Rhymes, Swiss Beats was in the building. Nori Ager. That's where the story turns. My best friend, my little brother, I love to death. That's where the story turns. Okay? Remy Ma and Pat Poose, of course. Shout out to the godmother Juju. She was there too. Now, my next guest is a sister of mine who trusts me so much. And we talk all the time, and I give her advice. And we've been friends for over 20 years. You might know her as Ashanti. Wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. And so Ashanti keeps, bro, how should I dress? How should I this? If you follow Ashanti like me, you know that she's on day 40 of working out. Her abs are impeccable. The woman. So she asked me, bro, how should I come? She not only calls me, she calls my wife. She calls me back, bro, how should I dress? I said, give it to him. Ashanti, give him hell. Give him that motherfucking work, sis. Give him that shit. So I get a text from Ashanti. Mind you, I'm pissy drunk on the finest of champagnes. Shout out to Jay-Z for sending over $250,000 of Ace of Spade for my birthday. Desiree, OG1, Tata, God bless you. It's so much. You ever been to a party? Some people never seen the Ace of Spade. Do you know what it's like drinking Ace of Spade for 10 hours and still not run out? Do you want me to turn this shit off? Or you want me to tell you the tea? So I get a text. Bro, they not letting me in. I'm downstairs. I'm in a black Suburban. I'm drunk doing what I do. Every year, I don't know if you follow me, but Fat Joe birthday, I dance, get drunk, and celebrate. You have to understand it's a mixture of billionaires, artists, actors, athletes, and my day ones, my brothers from the projects, my people who work for me. I showed them, yo, I appreciate you in my life so much. I want you to enjoy this moment. It's not just about Fat Joe. And boy, was my wife looking like that thing. That wasn't just silk. That was some French shit. And that ass, that ass, sheesh. Yo, Mayor, so I go downstairs. I'm going to tell you about the door. Beautiful, everybody worked it out right, but I'm going to tell you about the door. MC Light, what's up, sis? And so I go downstairs, and I'm trying to rush back in because it's New York City. You got to understand. Fat Joe throwing a party in New York City. I didn't give the invites out to like 2 hours before. I told everybody dress sexy, wear silks, wear whatever, this, that, come sexy. No jeans and t-shirt shit like that. But I gave it to him like 7 o'clock at night. Even my own son, my own family. I had to control the crowd because I didn't want to turn into COVID Fest 2021. Right? So I go, and my artists and they want to feel comfortable. They don't want to come to your party and everybody got a camera in their face and this. No, they don't want that shit. And so I go downstairs to get my sis. When Ashanti comes out that car, Jesus Christmas. I mean, what wasn't she wearing? Holy shit. And she gets out and she goes, and you know, the party's so tight. She got, you know, now the rich women, they come to the party with the guy to comb their hair while they're in the party, you know. So she got a guy with him. I said, sis, does he have to come in? That's how tight it was up there. It was capacity. Does this guy got to come in? She said, yes, I need him, bro. So he comes. She is looking like a motherfucking missile out there in them streets. Edgar Balanga, the young champ, I love you so much. He was there with his wife too. The young Don was in the bed. So Shanti comes in. I'm like, Jesus Christ. What part of the Fat Joe hyping her up is this? In all the years I've known her, she never looked better. She walks in. I automatically rush her to the stage because I thought the fucking outfit was going to fly off her. I thought the shit was, I thought we had but 5 minutes with Ashanti in there. Because this shit was like, it's over. You know how they rip off the fucking basketball pants? Like, I thought this was one of them dresses. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. She gets up there, mind you, I'm in Tiffany blue, Hermes. Mind you, I'm still in Tiffany blue, Hermes. Oh, yeah. And so shout out Sarat, Much Finer Vodka. They were in the building. Justin Combs, my nephew, ran up. I said, you need to relax. He had some girls with him. I said, you need to be on your best behavior. He said, what's up, It's your mama, she over there. Your mama, she over there. Misa over there with Mary. Oh, yes. You calm down. Your mama's in the building. So you better show some manners like she taught you. And I don't know if you know Justin Combs. He grew up in my house. I do not know if you understand that Madison, Justin, they grew up in my house. Uncle Joe Crack. Be clear, guys. The guards was in the building like always. Peace to the guards. I am the guard Crack Kim. Bear witness. Chubby baby out there. Angie Martinez, my sister, was in there. The Loveys was in there. The Bronx Borough President Ruben Diaz. Rachel Noy was in it. Diamond D, the man who saved my life and put me on. My song was in there. Natina, I love you so much. Dawn Pooh, Brooklyn Chop House. We're going to get to that soon. And so, when we do it big. COVID taught us that you can die at any moment. We live every day like it's our last day. At least I do. You can't take your money with you. The Egyptians tried that. They dug it back up and took the gold and emeralds and diamonds. Speaking of gold and emeralds and diamonds, Swiss Beats had some shit on I have never seen in my life as a human being. He looked like a motherfucking Lucky Charm. Green, but not green. Not ugly green. The green we can't buy. head to toe tuxedo shit with green emerald shit. Look like they just got it from Egypt. Like he just got it off a camel. His fucking watch, green. Most disrespectful shit I ever seen in my... Yo, I did a record called We Taking Over for DJ Khaled. I thought I ripped down everybody till I heard Lil Wayne's verse. And I realized, no, I didn't rip down everybody. So last night, I'm in that Tiffany blue. Okay? I had these glasses on from Dino. I can't tell you, these all BBS diamonds. I can't. The diamonds, you see, I brought the yellow out with the new pristine. I mean, I'm icy. But when I tell you, Swiss Beats came floating on a magic carpet in there, was the most amazing shit ever. Unfucking believable. Green shit. Looking like a fucking Lucky Charm. And so, the whole place is beautiful. Ace of Spade all up. Mind you, in the party, we had Cat's Deli, the real Cat's Deli, cutting up pastrami and brisket, giving little sliders. LL Cool J, he was a fan favorite of the Cat's Deli, pastrami, and he sat by that carving station for, I think the muscles need food, because the man loves himself a Cat's Deli sandwich. The type of shit you eat with the mustard. If you from New York, you know, $45 a sandwich. Imagine them giving you sandwiches all night long. You do the math. It was a shortage of nothing. Thank God. Praise the Lord. It was a shortage of nothing. And we don't know if we're going to last tonight or tomorrow. So me personally, I never give a fuck. We live a life. That's why when you see me every day, dip fresh, crazy. So what? I might go tomorrow. The one thing you could say is, man, this motherfucker enjoyed his life. So now, a little hiccup was, we were going to have El DeBarge come in and do the ooh, and I like it. We got the fucking piano. We got everything set up. And so we send the plane. We got the Baccarat Hotel. For the guy's a god. The guy's a fucking emperor, a god, a king. And so he's coming. He's talking to me, Natina, everybody. Thea's favorite, Power 105. Thea's in the building. TT Torres is in the building. And so he's everybody's favorite. And so we wait. The man never shows up for the plane. Now I'm thinking maybe this is bad luck. About the time I hear El DeBarge did not show up for the plane, I feel a drop of water on my head. It's drizzling. Kind of cloudy. All this money on a rooftop party. El DeBarge didn't show up for the plane. Water dropping on my head. Scary hours. Scary hours. So I walk in the building. Everybody was trying to act too cool. That's not what this is about. This is about shaking your ass. That's what a Fat Joe birthday's about. Shaking your ass. So I get up in there immediately. I tell Ted Smooth. Shout out to Ted Smooth. Incredible job. You know him from the Big Big Show. Shout out to DJ SNS, Harlem's finest. Yes. We took it there. Don't like to love, just want me. Do you want me? Do you love me? Do you want me? I give me the life. You get it? And so I set it off. We play this drop. I don't know if you live in New York or you got the quiet storm in your town. But my man Lenny Green, the smoothest talking voice on radio, he says, hello, good night, everybody. I am Lenny Green, your host of The Quiet Storm. Here where we play the timeless music, the most amazing love and romantic songs. We are celebrating tonight New York's own Fat Joe. He's talking his shit. Lenny Green, The Quiet Storm, you know, WPLF, right? And he introduces the first artist. Kenny Burke is singing it. Kenny Burke comes on and starts singing that Keep Rising to the Top. When my mind goes, give it all you got, give it all you got. Boom, 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 boom. And I say New York City. Now I'm on my shit. I'm in my bag. The St. Patrick Cathedral is behind me. And I'm feeling like the Pope is with us. The Pope is with us. Boom, 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 boom. Queens is in the motherfucking building. I see my brother Gumbo in the house. I see my brother. I'm on my shit. And if you ever wanted to feel New Jack City in your life, this was it. The man is a living legend. He does the Keep Rising to the Top. I stop the music. I say, Ted Smooth, one of my idols is in here, one of the icons, the living legends of a lifetime. He called me up yesterday and said, Joe, can I come to your party? I want to gift you a performance. And of course, even if he didn't perform, he is one of the biggest ligged. Anyway, the shit come. Don't. But don't. But don't. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going. People are losing their minds. People don't know how to act. Shout out to Tubby and Tunji, new president of Def Jam. They were in the building. I told them we're members of a country club where most likely you don't need the services. But if you do, if you happen to need the services, they'll come. In 1 second, hundreds of them. You're a member of the faculty, the club. And because he takes care of my sister Natina. And so me, when you take care, the reason why I love Timberland so much is because my brother Rich the barber worked for him for over 10 years and he treated him like a king. When you feed my friends and you feed my family, there's a loyalty that goes on to you that's legendary. I mean, you love it too much. It's like goosebumps of loyalty. Okay, let's get, we getting off the subject. Melly Mel destroys the place. So we up in there. I get a call, I get a text. Joe, they're not letting people in here, this, that. As I go down the stairs, I go down in the elevator, which security were great people. It's just, it takes time. So when I go downstairs, there's a little crowd. Edgar Balanga, the champ, is in the back. But there's a young lady who I personally invited, who's a queen of the movement, of the people, who I think is fly, who I think deserves all the praise. She's out there getting tear gassed every day, getting pushed by the police, one and only Tamika Mallory. And when I go, there's a standoff. Security and Tamika. She got mice on with it, but she got listen, brothers, I know my rights. My brother Fat Joe invited me here. I know what's going on. I'm like, holy shit. This is like a fucking scene of Malcolm X. And she's talking that Tamika Mallory shit. And she's there. I'm drunk already, guys. I walk in, I laugh so hard because it's power to the people versus the security. I come down, Tamika Mallory is giving them the business. You know how she gives the business. She goes, I get her upstairs, Edgar Balanga, everybody who comes upstairs. I go back upstairs. At this point, this was the highlight of the whole party. I get back on the mic, talk my shit. The music stops. My brother, the one and only Shine Poe from Brooklyn, the Prime Minister, Ambassador, the Honorable of Belize, was let back in the country. And of all places he came to Fat Joe's birthday party. Now, when the brother comes in, it's like he's glowing. He's looking like Bruce Leroy / Obama's cousin. Shine, come here, make way. He walks right in. Goes right on stage. New York City hasn't seen this man in 20 years. He couldn't get in the country. Shout out to Puff Daddy. I heard he helped them get him in. Shout out to Corey. The whole bad boy was there. Wild cherry Pepsi, guys. Wild cherry Pepsi. And so, he gets on there. He says, Joe, you seen the video. They call me the honorable one in my country. And you're the honorable one. And you're a man of integrity and respect. And I said, I love you so much, Shine. And I swear to God, I prayed for Shine to come back home and come back. Belize is his home, but to come back to us and let me see him in New York City. It was such a legendary moment. You could not have dreamed a better case scenario. Shine come with his grace, and he did not come to perform. We tried him. We threw on the who want to rock with us. Guess the S. He went over there and talked to the borough president, some other politicians. He was not getting involved in that shit. But Shine Poe, I love you, my brother. Shine goes, now SNS is give me the life, I like the love. Like we rocking, everybody's rocking. I go in the little hallway. So Kathy Romero and them, they did the whole shit was like the Beverly Hills Hotel. This had to be the longest wallpaper you've ever seen in your life. It was indoor and outdoor. It was the longest wallpaper you have ever seen in your life. The bar was leaking gold. Shout out to the twins. They were there. The Duce, from 44, they were there. Ciroc, DeLeon. And so, I go inside, I see my idol, LL Cool J. He was taking it serious. He had the mask on like it was in there. Oh. It was in there. I kept telling everybody, mask, this. I mean, we violated. We violated. I'm praying God's with us. We violated. Because he's always in there. But LL had the mask on all night. Melly Mel had the mask on all night. And so, we at Rockefeller Center, the rooftop. These people treated us like kings. I'm telling you, spend your money there. If you got real money, the Rock, the shit, the 620 Loft. Ruben, can you tell me what the address is? Spend your money there. Spend your money. Call Kathy Romero. Find her if you have a wedding. A sweet 16. If you got money, if you want a fucking bar mitzvah, spend your money with these people. They make you feel good about spending your money. Sometimes we spend our money with people and they feel, they don't give a, these people were great people. Shout out to Julius Randle the Knicks. They was in the building. Ari Melber from MSNBC was in the building. Ari Melber, Johnny Nunez, Waleed, All the biggest photographers you ever seen in your life was in the building. So I guess Slick Rick, you got to understand, Slick Rick, when I was 14 years old, I left my mother's house. I wanted to be a thug. I wanted to be a gangster. I was 14. 14. Please feel this. I was just a kid. So even though I was out there hustling and acting crazy with my age group, I was really still a little kid. I first left my house and I was living in a crackhead hotel by Dodge High School in Crotona Avenue. It's cleaned up these days, but back then people were shooting heroin. When I opened the door, they were shooting heroin in front of the door. When I closed the door, they were busting shots. This shit was like Vietnam, and I gotta stay there. So even though I act tough, I was scared. And so I had my Walkman and I would listen to Slick Rick over and over. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. And so your man, he shows up for Fat Joe. He really don't go places. Him and his beautiful wife, Mandy, they show up. But here I go again, forcing my guests to perform. So Slick Rick, say hi. Yeah. He comes up. I say, Rick, I know you don't like to do that, Rick. But can you do a song for us? And then he goes, once upon a time, not long ago, when people with the honor and the laptop. Jesus. Everybody losing their mind. At this point, I'm looking for LL. Maybe a little doing it. And I'm looking, I get word, LL Cool J has left the building. Big show today, Central Park, CNN. Check it out. He has some surprises. Check it out. And so he left. I said, damn, we ain't catch LL. I go to the corner, Mary J's in the VIP. I made the VIP for my sister. Listen, there's people and then there's people. There's queens and then there's the queen. Don't lie to yourself like you're equal to Mary J. Blige, because you're not equal to Mary J. Blige. So I go to the corner, and Mary's like, Joe, I went to the new house with Lorena. Oh my God, I live around the corner. I'm going to be in your fucking house every day. I'm like, every day I'm coming for butter. I'm coming for sugar. I'm in your pool when you're not there. I'm like, and so my sister's there. I'm trying to get her to the stage. But she's seen this before. She knows my trick. She knows the gimmick. And so, Mary, come on now. No, bro. No, not today. I'm not going. I said, but Mary, I said, okay. We stopped the music. She said some beautiful words about me. And we left her in her VIP, drinking the finest of champagnes and wines, and having a great time with Jim Jones' wife, Chrissy, and, of course, my sister, Misa. I get back to the music with dancing. I'm dapping everybody. Everybody's showing love. We all hugging each other. Everybody's in the building. Everybody's having a nice time. We turn the fuck up. We get Remy to rock. Tess moved through Remy on, and she started, wish I could bring Pun back. Blah, bitch. And Conceited. Remy hates. I produced Conceited, by the way, with Scott Storch. She hates when I dance behind her because she thinks I'm so corny when I dance behind her. What she going, there ain't nothing that you used to. Out of the ordinary, unusual. You gotta have a mind state like I'm so great. Can't nobody do it like you do, ma. She hates it. But I still did it. And so she did a Conceited. She sat down. Next up, we gassed Nori. So people dancing. Nick Storm is having a dance battle. Mano. This is where the thugs come and enjoy their life. Hold up, not Nori yet. So Uncle Dan comes up to me and says, breaking news. Thus far, it's a beautiful crowd. It's spread out. Everybody silks on, fucking suits on, dapper dance shit. Everybody was dressed in their flyest shit. Everybody. And so, Uncle Dan comes up to me and says, we have a problem. I said, what's the matter, Uncle Dan? He said, Nori is downstairs with 15 dudes. I said, get the fuck out of here. Now, you know how you got the cousin, the brother that don't want to give up the fucking street, the fucking Diamond D, don't want to. Nori shows up to Mr. Chow with 20 thug dudes. And yo, I can't take this shit, man. He don't want to fucking grow up. So, peace to Nori and my sister. Shout out to everybody in Left Rack. It's Left Rack Day. They out there now. And I'm like, what the fuck? Ted Smooth in that pink silk shit. So I go, UFO Fever in that pink. I said, no, he can't come in. He can't. Knowing, to be honest, that I'm lying to myself because I can't in front of my brother. Not Eno, but I'm so pissed at this motherfucker because I told him, Nori, don't do this shit. Come on, Nori. Like, why are you going to do that to the real one? Please, man, I get pissed. I drink some more. Uncle Dan said, all right, I'm going down. So he goes down. Uncle Dan says, by the time I got down there, Nori came upstairs. I said, so where he's at? He said, over there. As I get to the middle of the dance floor, Nori's in there with the yalla in his mouth with 10 guys with t-shirts and baggy jeans. Up to this point, this was so eloquent, so fly, so baller. Shout out to Miss Lawrence and Bevy Smith. Miss Lawrence came up in the ATL. If you watch Billie Holiday's Against America, he was Freddie. He was Freddie, her stylist. And so Miss Lawrence was up in there dancing, giving the show, fucking fly as hell like he always come through. But let's get back to Nori. Nori's standing there. I'm like, Yala, man, I told you, God, please, fucking shit. Rest in peace, Big Pun. Because, I mean, the only guy who does this type of shit like Nori is Big Pun in my life. So I go up. I say, yo, Yala, why? His wife was like, I told him. D-Nice, what's up, baby? I told him. I said, damn, Yala. So they tell me in my ear, yo, you got to go downstairs. They're fronting on some of the people. So I go downstairs. When I went downstairs, there was 4 more Nori guys. Chingo Bling, Papito Shampoo. Of course they're wearing t-shirts and baggy jeans. Of course they're in the corner. I'm trying to ignore them. I am trying to ignore them. I look to the left. Godsville is in the building. Forest Projects. Frank Nitty. Corey. My hood, my day ones. Before they ever knew I'd be Fat Joe the Rapper, they rolled out with me. They were sitting on the side, but looking at me like, let's see if he fronts on us. Oh, they was in the building, but they were looking at me like, let's see if he is going to front on Forest Projects, a.k.a. the hood. And so I see them. I'm like, security is like, listen, it's over capacity. At this time, the party was just ringing. So I look at the security, which there's a slight gimmick to this, because I'm the guy paying the security. Mind you. So it's a silent, I'm paying these guys. Okay? So I look at the security. Swiss, I love you. He said I had a fucking ball. I look at the security. I said, that's it. Nobody else. That's it. While I'm talking to him, I'm sliding everybody through. That's it. Nobody in the fucking... I'm really upset now. Come on. Shampoo. Come on. Forest Projects. Come on. This is a fucking disrespect. I can't believe this. How could they come in here like this? Meanwhile, I'm getting them in to the elevator that was designed like the Beverly Hills Hotel. Mind you, I'm in Hermes. And if you didn't guess by now, yesterday's price is not today's price. May I say it again? Yesterday's price is not today's. It's more than obvious. It's more than obvious. And so, B. Dot in the building, D Nice in the building, love you guys. And so we party like it's 1999. And so we in there and everybody's dancing. You look to the left, the Italians is in the corner. You look to the right, the Haitians is in the corner. You look to the left, the Jamaicans, the Belize is in the corner. Harlem's in the building. Uptown, the Bronx. And we had the time of our fucking lives. The best time. And the last song, they hit me up. They hit me up. And they tell me, Joe, it's time. There's a noise audience. You know, we blasting the shit. SNS going crazy. East side, west side. He's a uptown. He's a get money motherfucker. Get with him. Right? So we up in there. So I get it. I can't argue. I get it. We rocked out. And so, I mean, 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes and we out of here. So I never knew I had a VIP section. They had like the sexy white drapes. Ace of Spades, like 30 bottles back there. Fucking Lady M cake, which is my favorite cake back there. Mind you, we had a cake, the most beautiful cake. Kathy Romeo made it look like Beverly Hills. That shit fell on the floor outside in the middle of it. And this shit was this. We were doing our thing. I'm sweating like I'm in a fucking pool. I'm fucking sweating like I'm in a pool, like I jumped in the pool. The Tiffany blue turned into navy blue. I'm not fucking lying, Ma. My wife looking so good. I'm gonna take you down. You heard me. You looking so good. I'm about to take you down. Now listen. I did not smoke weed. Nori tried to jam me up. When we went to VIP, he came in with his 17,000 thugs in there. It's a VIP, guys, to avoid these people coming in there. Have you ever seen some shit like this? Have you ever in your life seen some shit? There's a VIP that I didn't know about to eliminate this equation. And he walks in smoking blunts with 20,000 thugs. They're all my brother. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm telling them in their face. I love them all. Murder Unit, the left, right. But come on, B. The fuck? So we in there, Ace of Spades all over. The guy from Raising Canaan. The star of Raising Canaan. The ladies, his uncle. The one that's in the studio, the light-skinned guy, he walks in with us and he says, Jesus Christ, Fat Joe, with all due respect, is that your wife? Yes. No disrespect. In the world, that's your wife? Yes. You're such a lucky bastard. And we gonna keep it that way, motherfucker. Okay? Have some ace of spades, smoke some shit or something. Keep your compliments to your motherfucking self. Okay? But we love the guy. It's a good guy. Special was there. Brooklyn's own Special. And so we up in that motherfucker. So I go back out there. Party's almost over. Night is beautiful. No water, no nothing. Last song of the night. Busta Rhymes. Do-dum, dum, dum. Ba-do-dum, dum, dum. Ba-do-dum, dum, dum. And I'm like, hold up. I gotta tell a story. I was in Daddy's house with the one and only. She just hit me. Opal. Hi, Opal. She's texting me. Godmother of Harlem. If you watching Godfather of Harlem, she's his wife. The light-skinned. Yeah. Hi, Opal. Thanks for the texts. And boy, he start rocking. Doo-dum. I was there with Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G. Happy birthday to Little C's. Happy birthday to KRS-One. I love you guys. I was with Biggie Smalls in the studio, Daddy's house with Puff Daddy, when Busta Rhymes ran in with Spliff Star. And they ran us, hold up, we got to play it. We like, yo, Bus, please. At this time, this is like Busta Rhymes animated Leaders of the New School. Like, he could talk to you for 10 hours. So, yo, Bus, shit. So he plays the CD. Do-dum, dum, dum. But do-dum, dum, dum. What the dilly, yo? Silly with the ice, Millie, what the dilly, yo? I tell them when it's on the yo. And me and Biggie and Puffy are jumping up and down. Spliff Star's diving under the board. Not too much. So I tell that story. Then we press play, SNS. And Busta goes off. Like he's the greatest hip-hop performer of all time. While he's going off, I see my sister, Remy Ma. From the corner, and she's saying everywhere. Like she looked like she want to be Spliff Star. Like Dilly, and so I give my microphone to Remy. I bring her on stage. She's like, "What the dilly, yo? Silly with the ice grilly, what the dilly, yo? Mommy man Julio with the mother de muli." As that's going down, last song of the night, I look to the right, and there is my brother Pat Poose, looking like he wants to be Spliff Star too. Dilly, yo. But he's, Jesus Christ. I go get the other microphone and I pass it to Pat Poose and I bring him up. I say, Pat, go ahead. Dilly, yo. So we got Remy and Pat over there acting like they Spliff Star with Busta Rhymes. Show's over, music's down. We're about to go outside. I'm throwing everybody out in the nicest of ways. You have to realize there's a bunch of super stars in this here place tonight that like to take their time. And so everybody, let's go outside and this and that. I tell them nothing. Okay? I tell them nothing. But I do have probably the greatest surprise of all night right outside. Shout out Kathy Romeo for making this happen. So everybody's going down in the elevators. And all of a sudden you see the doors open and everybody starts screaming, "Oh, oh, you did it, God. You did it." We have a food truck out there. I wish I knew their names. With White Castle burgers. White Castle burgers in the building. Chick-fil-A. And Shake Shack. With milkshakes. And so Mary J. Blige is eating the White Castle. This one's eating this. I mean, yo, Opal, Ilfinator. Yo, the Godmother of Harlem said, "Joe, that food truck saved my life." That shit saved people's lives out there. They was out there at Chick-fil-A. They was screaming. You never seen black and brown people lose their minds for Chick-fil-A and White Castle burgers. They'd never seen Shake Shack. I knew it. I fucking knew it. And I'm going to tell you a story I shouldn't tell you, and I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But you know, in these fancy places, they get caterers to give you, you know, filet mignon. It's always a filet mignon, a piece of fucking chicken, hard chicken. You know the shit you get in every wedding, bar mitzvah and shit. I paid the caterer not to cater. I paid the caterer not to cater. Okay? Because I know my people want some White Castle double cheese. They want Chick-fil-A with all the sauces. They want Shake Shack at 4 in the morning. After you eat this shit, you feel like Superman, like you could drive drunk. I did not drive drunk, but after the you know what the fuck I mean. You feel like you woke up. You got some White Castles, some Chick-fil-A. You got some Shake Shack 4 in the morning. Shakes on the side. Bevy Smith of Harlem. Check her book out. That's my sister, Beverlicious. She broke her shoe in the street next to a pack of Newport on the street. Listen, guys. I want to thank you guys for showing me the most love in the world. I am a servant of the people. I've always been here for you guys. And as long as I'm alive, we're going to help our community. We're not just going to leave the hood. We're going to open businesses and bring others with us and make bosses out of our people. Because like I told you in All in Smoke, Jay-Z is living proof that there's geniuses in the hood. The man's a multi-billionaire, all kind of businesses. But if he would have stood in the projects, we would have never known he was a genius. And so that's what I'm here for. To inspire others to get money. Mind you, the Blue Magic was matching the thing. Diamond D. Edgar Balanga. Yo, Rashad, what's up, my brother? And so that's what it's all about. Now listen, let your darkest moments bring your most clarity. Let your darkest moments bring your most clarity. The reason Shine came up there to New York for the first time, flew in and gave me such a beautiful speech is because when he was fighting, I was there by his side, as I am to all my loved ones and all my friends. Pristine Jewelers in the building. So let your darkest moments bring your most clarity. Shout out to the young boy 42 Doug for coming by the store. Baller Alert was all in the building. Shout out to Baller Alert was all in the building. My brother Rich, the barber, fighting that Covito out there. Hola, Covito. Hola, Covito. That boy fighting that Covito out there. I love you, Rich. Stay strong. My brother Drop, I love you. Stay strong. A lot of my people are out here, that Delta Real. Wear the mask, hand sanitizer, all that. I hope everybody made it out my party safe. We had sanitizer all over. We was handing out free masks. Even though I'm not going to lie to y'all. One thing I don't do is lie. We was reckless. We was, for the most part, everybody was shaking their ass. Shout out to my brother Mo Landry that was in the building. Responsible for most of my success. Put God first, good and bad times. If you're having bad times, if you're locked up, and every night you on your knees begging to God in Rikers Island or somewhere, please God, save my life. Please God, I don't want to go to jail. If he does it for you, praise him in good times as well. Now let me tell you something. Any day that you get no bad news about nobody in your family having poor health issues, any day that you have a regular day, a decent day, where you can laugh and watch a movie and play some music, that is a priceless, glorified day. When we don't hear no bad stuff, no nothing like that, that is one of the greatest days you can live on earth. Praise God. Believe in God. I try to tell you every time. Hold on a second. See something. No. Listen, guys, I love y'all. This is the Big Show. Shout out to Ciroc, Pepsi, Wild Cherry, Ted Smooth. I love you. SNS, thank you so much, my brother. Everybody who made this happen. Kathy Romero, Natina, I love you, my sister. Shout out to Juliet and the crew. LL Cool J, Terrellish, my brother, my stylist. I would never be fly without him. I'm from the Bronx, but he give me that Harlem swag. I love you, Terrell, too much. Everybody, Jimmy Bronx Cafe, everybody that was in the building, I love you guys. Thank you for everything. And the fans, I love you. And I hope to continue to inspire you through good and bad times. That's what I'm here for. We the biggest in the game. And you don't know who I know. Peace, y'all.
Ghost entertainment, I darkest society neighbors. No jokes, a stubborn real man, mule. Scotchy, talk your mind.
Chaka P, never know me have so much bad mind, friend. Till me start Scotchy consignment. Chew me a help myself. Them want see me life and Scotch.
Get the youths, them know we firmer than them.
And them
know say we full of confidence.